So you know how I love my hair washing videos. This is not a sponsored video. This is not a hair growth challenge or anything like that. I just wanted to come in while I was going to wash my hair anyway and share my new wash routine with you guys. Something I'm just trying. Going back old school on y'all with the sulfur 8, baby. So I heard sulfur is really good for your hair. If you guys watched that first billionaire black woman, she made a hair like pomade and it had sulfur in it. Sulfur's always been around, you know. No one likes the way it smells, but Meeka's willing to give this a try again. I used to wear it back in the day when I was in high school. So I'm gonna try it out again. Well, I'm not going to read all the ingredients to you, but what I will do is post a picture of the ingredients on the screen. But I'll read the front to you for the shampoo. It says deep cleaning shampoo, removes dandruff and flakes, which, you know, I don't have dandruff and flakes, but I mean, it can't hurt. It says help restore scalp, natural pH balance for all hair textures. So, you know, I'm just willing to give it a try. I'm going to start adding this into I'm just going to start washing my hair with sulfur 8 and see how I like it. And also I got this, I've never deep conditioned my hair before. So I was at the store and I picked up this coconut oil deep conditioning protein pack for dry, damaged, or color treated hair. But what I'm going to do is when I apply this to my hair, I'm going to leave it in my hair overnight. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with my hair washing routine. I normally add coconut oil into my hair when I wash it, so I may still keep that. But other than that, I'm just going to use the sulfur 8. So what have you guys been up to? This is not a hair growthing video. This is no kind of challenge at all. I haven't washed my hair in about 2 weeks and it is tangled and matted and oh God, as you can see, it's hard to manage. So I had some French braids in it, and then I put I had some French braids in it. 2 French braids, and I wore that for about a week, and now it's just time to wash this baby. So I hope you guys are doing all right. Me, on the other hand, I'm still potty training Mr. Malachi. That's about it. That's about the excitement of my day, other than I get out every once in a while to go help my mom. We got out and about yesterday and went to a few stores. Add my coconut oil. This is organic virgin coconut oil, cold press. I normally melt it, but I didn't feel like melting it today. I'm just going to use it as the thickness it is, but when you melt it, it turns into liquidy base. So it's unrefined, medium heat. So I like it. I've been using this one for a very long time. You get it in your baking section at the grocery store. So, I mean, it's something that you actually can put in your body. So if I can actually put it in my body, I'm going to more than likely want to put it on my hair. This can't hurt my hair. If it's not going to hurt my internal, it can't hurt my outside. My what do you call it? External. I don't know. I'm not like making up words. It's like I don't have enough time in the day to get anything done. I just recently posted some more things on my Poshmark. You guys go check out my Poshmark. I'll have the information linked below for my Poshmark. I have not used this in a long time, and I also have the grease, you guys. So I'm gonna, once I'm done deep conditioning my hair, I'm gonna go in with and grease my scalp with the sulfur 8 grease. So Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that later on tonight because I'm going to leave this conditioner in my hair all day. I think my mom and we have one errand to run today. And I'll be doing my bag on my head, my grocery bag on my head with my little microfiber drying towel. Little drying bonnet thing I have. I haven't been doing much of anything lately, you guys, though. I really don't mind the quarantine at all. Because I don't really have a life anyways. I don't really do much. I'm pretty much a homebody anyway. So I don't really do much outside the house. It's nice to get out the house every once in a while, but I don't really do much. I don't have a life. Malachi's my life. Put it that way. Malachi and my husband and my daughter, that's my life. It's hard to make time for other stuff, usually, because everybody's tugging at me. Everybody's doing the tug of war game with me. So I barely have time for myself. When I do have time for myself, I have to basically demand it, honey. I gotta fight for my time, honey. And when I fight for my time, I'm hurting people's feelings when I do that. And it's alright. Sometimes you have to take charge and you have to say, hey, enough is enough. I need time to myself, people. I'm telling you, but people get on their feelings when you do that. They think something is really wrong, honey. Think you're mad at them and all this. Ain't nobody mad. Honey, I'm glad. I just want time to myself, boo. Can I do that? Like, I'm surprised people ain't knocking on this bathroom door right now. And we got 2 bathrooms. But I'm surprised. They not banging on the door. What you doing? What are you doing? So crazy because I've been working for my mom now since April 1st. And my husband is so used to my other part-time job because I only work 2 days a week, see. And I'm home the rest of the week. And I go in at 5:30 and I'm off, or 5 o'clock, and I'm off at 9:30, and on the Sundays I'm off at 6:30. So, you know, he's used to that. You know, he doesn't like it when I leave on the weekends because those are the days that he has off work. So I'm cutting into his time when I go make my coins. So that's my little air freshener, y'all. Yeah, it's hectic. Because when I'm at my mom's, sometimes I might, after I get off, I try to stay. Sometimes I might, if I'm still working and I'm not done yet, I like to stay over just to get it finished because I hate to walk away from an unfinished job. It's a little OCD with me. I can't stand to walk away from an unfinished business. You know, I got to get it done. So my husband wasn't liking that because I was coming home later than usual. And he got on his feelings, honey. He thought I was doing it because I didn't want to be around him. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. At times, that's it. At times I don't really want to be around him. At times I kind of just want some girl time. I just want to spread my wings and get away from the husband. It ain't that I don't like my husband. It's just that sometimes I do need a break away from wife and mommy duty. And I just want to just kind of enjoy me for a little while. And with my mom, I don't have that responsibility of others. Well, her, of course, but my mom's pretty, she does what she can, but at times I just have to help her out. Y'all see how tightly my hair curls? I don't know if y'all can see that, but it just, I got tight curls. And I don't mind my curls. I love my curls. Look at that, look at that. And I've had hair like this since birth. When I was little, my mom told me that one of my aunts started straightening my hair, I guess, and I don't know, eventually it led to chemicals on my hair. And my mom thought that the chemicals damaged my hair. My mom used to put Jerry curls on me. When I was little, I used to have Jerry curls. So many Jerry curls. I just don't understand. I hated it because, you know, my mom went to beauty school, and back then, I don't know what kind of beauty school they had, because when you got a Jerry curl, they taught you to cut all the person's hair off. So it's like every time I got a doggone Jerry curl, I knew I had to go bald, and so therefore I didn't want a Jerry curl. Yeah, Jerry curls grew your hair really fast, but I didn't want to go through the process of my mama cutting all my hair off. I mean, jeez. And then she would use those little itty bitty rods that, what was they? I think was they the yellow ones? Something like the yellow ones, I think. Them things were so tiny, so they, you know, I used to want the beachy wave, you know, the big curls, you know. And my mom always wanted to put them little tiny ugly curls in my head, the Jerry drip Jerry curl ones. I didn't want them kind. I wanted mine to be a little thicker, a little bigger curls. Oh, shoot. Them was the days, girl, that I just really didn't even like to show my face at school. It was so embarrassing. My mom knew how to humiliate me, child, with them Jerry curls. Oh, girl, and then let me get on the church stuff, girl. We went to a Pentecostal church, and we had to wear dresses all the time because their religion didn't, in that religion, y'all know I get to doing my hair, I can talk, girl. But in that religion, they didn't believe in wearing anything pertaining to a man. So you had to wear dresses. And you know how the Mormons be dressing and stuff? That's how I think they expected us to dress. Like we was Mormon. And wearing dresses all the time. I hated it. I got bullied and teased at school behind that. You know, boys used to come up behind me sometimes and raise my dress up, girl, and laugh about it, girl. Raise my dress up in the back and take off running, laughing. You know, boys was mannish back in middle school. They was so mannish. So yeah, I didn't really care too much for the church life. You know, my mom, she was super heavily committed into the church, to where she just, it felt like we was there Monday through freaking Sunday. Like, it was always something going on at the church. You got choir rehearsal, you got usher board. And then back in the day, I don't know if they still do this at churches, because the churches that I've been to with my husband, they don't do it. They have one service. But I know on Sundays, honey, they would have a Sunday morning service. So you got to get up early and go to church on Sunday and get to Sunday school. I hated Sunday school. I was not a Sunday school person. You know, I hated Sunday school. It's like I went to school all week long. And then on Sunday, I got to turn around and go back to school again, sitting in the doggone room with a whole bunch of kids, and it wasn't for me, honey. It wasn't. Reading out of the Bible and stuff. And back then, I was a little ashamed to read out loud because I was dyslexic. So, and I don't mind talking about it right now. I really don't, because I don't have that issue anymore. I did struggle when I was younger with dyslexia, and I had issues reading. You know, I would read really slow, and I'd get nervous because the kids would start making fun of me. You know, kind of like that movie.
Today, Junior?
That was like me, you know, I get it. But I can laugh at it. It's humorous. I can laugh at it today. But when I was younger, it wasn't funny. It was very, very hard to deal with. And it's like I knew It's like, I don't know if the Sunday school teachers, they wanted me to get made fun of because they knew I had an issue with reading. And they always called on me. Always. And I just feel like they did that deliberately so that the other kids could pick on me. Just simple as that. And that's why I just hated Sunday school. After a while, I just started skipping Sunday school, girl. I would always keep an eye on my time and stuff, and walk around. I would walk around the building and just stay and keep an eye on my time. And when I knew Sunday school was over, then I'll come back to the church. I struggled when I was younger. I had a lot of insecurities when I was younger. I'm sure a lot of y'all did. I didn't think I was pretty. The boys made fun of me. You know, I always got teased. You know, and the girls, they were so mean. You know, because I was going through a development time at that. I'm all over the place, y'all. Can I please just stay on one topic? Okay, I'm jumping from church to school, from church to school. Pick a subject and stay on it, sis. Church was not really a great place for me. I didn't really care for church too much. Not really a fan of church. My mom started out as, she was an evangelist. Then she moved from evangelist to minister. Then she moved from minister to preacher. From preacher to, oh, I love those curls. Look at that, y'all. That's what I mean. My curls be so defined. I love it. So right now, what I'm getting ready to do, you guys, is I'm going to wash it. I don't feel the lathering up. I mean, it lathers, but I know once I get water on it, it'll lather even more. But yeah, I use quite a bit of the sulfur. I don't know if you can see how much I use right there. And you probably don't even have to use that much. It's just me. I overuse everything. So, anyways, the moral to my story is I grew up in church in a holy rolling, what do they call it? Holy roller church family. I basically got threatened with the church. As a child, church was a thorn in my backside because it was like I couldn't be a kid because I was always being threatened with the church. I can't do this. You know, I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't. It was just so many boundaries and so many strict things that were thrown up on me as a child that I couldn't do certain things because of the church. It's kind of like, to me, the church, they felt like was judge you. I don't know why everybody want to please the pastor. You got women cooking meals and inviting the pastor and his wife over to the house after church for Sunday meals and stuff. I'm just like, why? To the pastor and the pastor wife and stuff. I just never really understand. That's not me. I'm not trying to be your teacher pet. You know, that's craziness. Me as a child, I didn't like it. I didn't like being at church every time the church door opened. Church folks is really phony too. They real phony. They act like they better than you. It's all about money. If you don't make the top dollars, if you ain't paying a lot to tithes and offerings, then they basically don't give a damn about you, honey. You ain't bringing the money into the church, so. And they don't really care for their kids to mingle with you. Okay, you supposed to find a husband in the church. That's what they want you to do. You know, they want you to find a husband in the church, date a church man, be with a church person. Don't be with a worldly person. Well, hell, when you got all the church people acting like they better than you, it's like, how can you find a church man in the church? I just got to the point where I stopped seeking for church people, honey, and I started doing me, honey. I gave up. Put it that way. I just gave up, honey. Shoot, here I got boys hollering at me at school, wanting to holler at me at school, and then I'm not supposed to talk to them. I'm not supposed to talk to them little school boys. I'm supposed to only have church boyfriends. Well, the church boyfriends, honey, they parents don't want them mingling with me. I'm low grade, honey. My mama didn't have a top dollar job. We was on welfare, shoot. We didn't have a lot. And that's another thing about churches. My mom, me and her, we be on the same page about that. About how church people, when you pay your tithes and your offerings, you is not supposed to be taking tithes and offerings from people that are getting money from the state. I just don't believe in that. You do not take food out of kids' mouths, man. Here we struggling. My mama trying to pay all the bills and stuff. She was single and trying to raise us on her own and stuff. She was married a few times, but when she was single trying to take care of her kids on her own, I just didn't think it was right that she was always having to pay the church. Always having to pay the church. Tithes and offerings is taking shoes off my feet. Tithes and offerings is taking utilities out of our house. Food out of our house. You know, come on, man. Like, pastors need to get, you know, they all about that mighty dollar to me. That's what I feel. And they need to keep it real. Stop taking money from single mothers on welfare. Stop taking them mothers' money, man. Just so you can ride in your little big old Cadillac or your big old Lincoln. Shoot. Or whatever the heck the pastors is riding around in today. Explorer trucks and stuff. I just love my hair. You know what? I bought this. Oh yeah, I gotta share that with you guys. I bought a new hairline that's supposed to enhance my curls. So, because I do want to start wearing my hair down sometimes with just my curls showing. So yeah. But yeah, I have a big gripe in the church. With the church anyway. I just feel like a lot of the stuff they do is crooked. Like, as in illegally crooked. Because I just really in my heart don't believe they should be taking money from people that get Social Security. They should not be taking money from people that's on welfare. And they need to state that. If you do not have a state job, if you do not have a job where you file taxes, you do not have to pay your tithes and offerings in this church. You know, keep it real. Stop being greedy and taking people money and stuff. And then my mom, you know, like I said, she didn't have a lot, you know, but she wanted to be a part of the church. Girl, they used to sit her down and everything, girl. They would sit her down and tell her she couldn't speak, she couldn't preach. She would get up and sing. They say testimony service is when you stand up and you tell your testimony. Me personally, I believe that either you speak or you sing. Don't do both. You know, you do both, you overdoing it. You overstepping the time for other people, and you holding up the service because somebody like me is in the audience wanting to go home. So that's how I felt when it came to testimony service. So when my mom would stand up and give her testimony, she didn't been through a lot, and I understand she want to tell it. But Lord, y'all, she would get up and give this long testimony like she preaching a sermon, honey. And it's just a testifying. She just testifying. And then, after she did that, she had to turn around and start singing. The Lord brought me from a mighty long way. That was her favorite song. He brought me from a mighty long way, honey. And she could jam on it, honey. She could jam on it. But it was just a thing that I feel like sing or testify. Sing or testify. Don't do both. Because when you do both, you're overdoing it. And now you got people mean-mugging you and treating you funny and stuff because you just overstepped your boundaries, honey. So, it was just a lot of crookedness going on in that church, though. They didn't want her to sing. They didn't, you know, I don't know. Girl, The people in the church was all jealous of her being around their men, because they were so insecure about their men. And my mom, she came from the streets, honey, so she had a mass switch on her, honey. So when she walked, honey, you saw her coming, honey. She had a switch on her, girl, and she used to always wear these pantyhose, girl, with the designs on the leg and stuff, girl. And she used to always have them high heels on. And the girl had a bad shape, girl, and she was pretty. And so then you had these other women that was a little out of shape, you know, probably didn't dress this well, dressed like they was with the Mormons or something, you know. They just, you know, and you know, my mom, you know, she used to have a little slit in her dress, and I guess, you know, they didn't like that, because in Pentecostal you ain't supposed to have your dress over your knees, you ain't supposed to have no slits, which her dress was below her knees, but she always had a little slit and stuff. And my mom just knew how to work it, girl. She just worked it. She had them women in that church grabbing their men's, honey, like close, honey. You come over here. you don't associate with her. Girl, I can tell y'all some stories about them church people, girl. They is funny, girl. But anyways, child, enough of that. I'm about to wash my hair, because as y'all can see, it is drawing up, honey. And that's another thing I don't like about my hair. It just draws up, and the shrinkage is real. It make my hair look like it's just like I don't have any. Like it's just so short. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go right now, because I'm about to go wash my hair. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get it done. I decided to wash my hair because I tried to do it last night, but then the husband wanted to watch a movie, so that cut into my time. So I'm just doing it in this morning, and then I'm gonna add this conditioner, and I'm gonna leave this conditioner in all day. So I will be back, you guys, with the rest of my video. All right, y'all, I'm done with my bath. Now I'm getting ready to apply this deep conditioning to my hair. Section it off again. This bathroom is steamy, so I need to make it quick. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3. Man, did you guys catch that battle, like a music battle? Oh, that was nice. They took it back, boo. They took it back, and I was loving every minute of it. And they took it way back. I was loving that. All I want to do is put my zoom, 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 and the boom, boom. I was enjoying all them songs. Shake, shake your rump. Yeah, that was my era. I tell ya. Best music ever made was, to me, before 2000. Ain't no lie, this new music today, I tell you, it's some good stuff, but boy, I tell you, they just letting anybody become rappers. Anybody can become a rapper now. It don't matter who you is. If you got the look, then you can become a rapper, because trust me, half of them to me ain't got no skills. These new ones anyway. They not like the old school rappers. The old school rappers had to work hard though, back in the day, to get people to listen to their stuff. These days, these young kids, boy, they listen to anything. They listen to anything, honey. I like the rap music that I can understand what they saying, girl. I can't stand the jibber jabber that if I can't make it out what you're saying, I really don't feel comfortable bumping to you, because you could be saying anything, child. And I don't want to be caught bumping to just anything. I mean, and some of them, the beats is right, though. Some of them, you got good beats, but I just want to understand what you're saying. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. This is getting, this is warm. This is warm. I can feel it. It's feeling a little warm on my scalp. It feels like it got some heat to it, this conditioner. Well, they said deep conditioning, so I guess that's what it is. It's deep, because it's getting my head hot now. I feel the heat now. I feel it. It's got some heat coming from it. Y'all know what's so funny is that I was talking about the Jerry curls. This is how my Jerry curl was. It was tight curl, little tiny curls like this, and it just made me look like I was just bald headed. I did not like that. My mom was cutting my hair short and stuff too, just to get them darn things in my hair. Whew. I feel like it's getting hot. I don't know why it's getting hot to my scalp. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or what, but I'm gonna keep going. Cause I was planning on keeping this in all day. Cause they say you can actually sleep with it on your hair and wash it out the next morning. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might. Yeah, I was just basically, before I went to go wash my hair, I was talking about churches and stuff. You know, some of that stuff I might post and some of that stuff I might not, because I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. And I know how it is about religion, boy. People go in, honey. But I just don't agree with all them offerings and stuff. You know, like you could be in a church service and they'll call about 2 or 3 offerings. I think that's pimping the church, and it's just being greedy. And I don't like that. Just because you got a full house, because you got a revival or you got a conference or you got something going on and you got a packed out house, now all of a sudden you want to try to pimp people. And I've even been to churches where they said they wasn't, like they locked the doors, y'all, until they got what they wanted. They was like, we ain't gonna close this service out till we get $100 more. $100 more. You know, just stuff like that to me is just ludicrous. It should be against the law, and it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get churches, you know. It's supposed to be about God and teaching people about God and stuff, not all about, I need another offering. Child, can't wait to go count that offering plate. Sure. This virus is going around, and you have people still trying to have church, y'all, just so they can get that offering. People were still trying to hold church services, even though they weren't supposed to. They were still trying to do it. I just think that's being greedy. But not only that, I just feel like they pimp the church out. That's all. They're so long-winded. I ain't gonna lie, I like going to white churches, because if they say they gonna let out at 10 or 11 o'clock, that's exactly what time they let out. They don't play no games. If they say they're gonna let out at a certain time, they let out at that time. These black churches, and I'm not trying to bring black and white into it, it's just that I grew up in black churches, and they just long-winded. They long-winded. I hated it, because I'll be looking at my time, girl, and then the pastor would just get the feeling, girl, that he got to throw another offering out there, or they got to start playing that shout music and start shouting some more, and it's just like, come on, how much can you shout? Like, it should be a time limit here. You can get the spirit and stuff, but at the end of the day, let church in and let them continue to worship, because you don't have to worship with an audience. You don't need an audience around you to worship. You should be able to worship when that audience is gone out the building. So I think the pastor should still close their service out, and if that person want to still worship, they can worship. They just be worshiping by themselves. Shoot, cause I'm ready to go home, honey. I ain't got all day to be at I mean, I was a child. I was not trying to be in no church all day long now. I mean, it's wrong how they do them poor little kids. And then you got school in the morning, and you're not getting out of church till about 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like, who does that? You know, because you have the morning service, and then normally what they used to do is go out to eat. After morning service, go out to eat. They go to Bishop's, or they go to Golden Corral, or you know, all them places, them all-you-can-eat buffet places that had the most disgusting-ass food. They go to them places to eat, and then the reason I say disgusting is because they gave me the poops. All I ever did was just poop, poop, poop when I ate that food. But yeah, they did that, and then I'm trying to hope that this stays, because I want to put this bag on my head, y'all. And then they come back for a night service. And the reason I'm putting this bag on my head, y'all, is to keep the heat in, so that the condition, it's kind of like if you were sitting underneath the hair dryer. This is my hair dryer. So I'm just gonna tuck it. This is my hair dryer, y'all. And I'm gonna turn around and put another one on because I just want to. Because I want to. That's why, boo. I'm gonna split this one a little bit. Split. Just so I can tie it. But yeah, they would come back for night service. I don't like stuff on my ears. I don't know about y'all, but I hate stuff on my ears. But yeah, they'll come back from nights. You know, I think you had to be back to church. They would let out morning service. Oh my God, what time did they let out morning service? It's been so long, girl. But all I know, I think it was, when did morning service would let out? Probably about 2 or 3. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all don't have to believe me. About 2 or 3 morning service would let out. Had to be back for like, I think it was like at 5 or 6 was night service. So I remember I used to beg and plead and beg with my mama, please let us skip night service. We got school tomorrow. Please. We don't want to go to night service. But you think she cared, honey? Made us come. And then a lot of the parents didn't even make their kids come. I seen a lot of the kids got to stay home. But not my mama, honey. My mom said, and when they come to my house, what she say? When they come to my house, y'all gonna serve the Lord. Yeah, I'm telling you. It was a shame, girl. My mama said, if you don't want to go to church, you pack your bags and get up out of this house. Because in my house, we gonna serve the Lord. Wasn't no getting around it, y'all. Wasn't no getting around it. But that's that, you guys. I am going to keep my hair like this for the rest of the day. Sometimes I run errands with this thing on my head. I really don't care. I think it's cute. I be feeling cute. And I know up under it, my hair is getting the best treatment ever. So I am not tripping. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. You guys, do what makes you happy. And, you know, don't worry about what nobody else say about you. Love you and put you first. Until next time, you guys, like, comment, and subscribe if you would like. If you don't want to, I am not holding a gun to your head. And with that being said, enjoy your day, sis, and shaboo-boos and friends. Bye for now. Until next time.